What are you doing right now? Well, I recommend you ask yourself the same question. What are you doing right now? Are you not doing anything? Are you doing something stupid? Or are you making progress? What are you doing right now? I'll tell you what you should be doing. It's Monday! You should be getting after it. Every decision that you make has consequences. Even the smallest decisions. Are you making yourself better? Or are you making yourself worse? Are you moving forward or are you moving back? Are you making progress or are you stagnating? Every little decision you make counts.
So today, I decided to try to PR my long run. So the first half of the run, I'm feeling great. My mind is clear, nothing going on. Think about nothing but my running pace, what I'm doing, my breathing, everything like that. Get to mile 15, I turn around, and the demons start to creep in. That inevitable wall's creeping up on me. When you push so hard, something's about to give. And I start to give. My mind started to break down. I started feeling my legs starting to hurt. I started feeling dehydrated. Started feeling sorry for myself. Started looking around. No one knows I'm fucking out here running. Why don't you go ahead and just stop? Call your girl, have her pick you up. And that's when I feel like a little bitch. And this is when your mind has to fucking change. You gotta start thinking, I'm the grittiest motherfucker in the world. Your dehydration? Okay, lick your motherfucking lips. Your fucking legs are all sore. You feel like you got shin splints and stress fractures. No, you don't. You got sore fucking legs. Get out of your head and stay hard.
Destroyer mode. Where does the switch come from? The overdrive. The berserker mode. The full-on destroyer that will not stop. I think this is something that is learned. And it is a hard lesson, and not everyone gets it. And it is an important lesson, a critical one. It is the thing that allows you to go the extra distance. To dig a little deeper, to push a little harder, to get after it. And it actually takes two opposing forces to bring it to life. It takes both emotion and logic to reach your maximum potential, to really give everything you have, to go beyond your limits. Because emotion and logic will both reach their limitations. And when one fails, you need to rely on the other. When it just doesn't make any logical sense to go on, that's when you use your emotion, your anger, your frustration, your fear to push further, to push you to say one thing: I don't stop. When your feelings are screaming that you have had enough, when you think you are going to break emotionally, override that emotion with concrete logic and willpower that says one thing: I don't stop. Fight weak emotions with the power of logic. Fight the weakness of logic with the power of emotion. And in the balance of those two, you will find the strength and the tenacity and the guts to say to yourself, I don't stop.
So I found this race called Badwater 135. I didn't know anything about ultra running, knew nothing about it. Call the race director up, it's all in the book. I even had the emails in the book from me and Chris Kosman going back and forth. And he basically says, you have to qualify for my race. I was like 200 and some odd pounds. I was a bodybuilder now, wasn't a big runner. I literally did 20 minutes on the elliptical trainer every Sunday. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna go try to do this race. So I go out here, have a blue lawn chair, Ritz crackers and Mileplex, and I'm gonna see my crew person every mile. And I get to mile 50, I literally detail it perfectly in the book. But at mile 70, I'm broken. I didn't train for it at all. Zero training for this race. But this is when I start realizing, man, my God, man, this is when I realized we are not even trying. Because at mile 70, I was in the worst pain of my entire life. I was broken. I thought my third hell week, I was really bad off. No, there's nothing I can ever imagine being worse than this race. And it was the easiest 100-mile race I've ever done in my life, ever. You know, I'm literally in this chair and I'm pissing blood, I'm crapping up my back, I'm in the worst state of my life. And I'm like, I need to quit. I need to quit. But what I did though was through my life, I realized that your mind wants to quit. It's called the 1 second decision. I call it the 1 second decision when your mind is spazzing out. And it's like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We're miserable, let's go home. And at mile 70, I was there. But I didn't get there till I sat down. Like, oh my God, my blood pressure dropped, I was dizzy, lightheaded, and the pain just came over me. Because my body thought I was done, in my mind. So I sat there and said, you know what, I might quit. I knew I wasn't, but what that might quit did was it kind of gave my mind all that anxiety and let it go. And this is the eureka moment. This is it. Out of my whole life, this is the one time, this is when I realized that we are fucking way cutting ourselves short. Worst shape of my life, thought I was gonna die. Never felt this kind of pain before in my life, ever, never again. In mile 81, when I knew I wasn't gonna make the time, I ran. I ran 20 miles, I did 101 miles. I was averaging like 10:30s. Coming from death, being able to barely walk, now I'm running 10 to 10:30s for the next 20 miles. And I'm peeing what looks like dirt. It's just dark. It's like dirt coming out of me. And this is where the story gets kind of crazy. It was the best and worst feeling I had in my life. I had put myself in a situation where I opened my mind to the fullest capacity to pull this off. And all the pain, I mean, it was live. It was the best feeling of my entire life. And everybody goes, how do you say that? I probably could have died. And I literally pushed myself to a place that very few human beings would ever be willing to go. And I got to examine myself. I call it the live autopsy, where we find out why someone died after they're dead. I got a chance in 19 hours and 6 minutes to put myself in the worst possible condition I could possibly be in and figure out how to get through it and get through it. And all this pain going through it was confirmation.